Good?
Yeah.
How's it going, everyone? This is Carter of the Backyard Beaches. First of all, I want to thank everybody, all the subscribers and likes and comments and so forth. I apologize, man. It's been crazy busy. I haven't done videos in a long time. Just, man, haven't had the time. But this is one that I want to talk about. It's fuel pressure on L5P. You knew they're like 17 and up. I've seen them more than a few times, relating from ECM issues to wiring, resistance, ohms, currents, and so forth. But on this one, I'm going to show you one of the common issues is the fuel pressure sensor, and it can elaborate. Something so simple from the fuel filters. Always start with your basics. Oh, by the way, I didn't introduce my daughter. She's ugly, so y'all don't want to see her. Josie, but that's my camera girl. But I'm gonna just show you some few things, explain it, what I did to pinpoint it on this particular truck and what to look for. So back again, you're getting this code P0191, fuel pressure rail performance, meaning there's something wrong. When it throws that code off, that means for 1 second something is out of whack within the fuel pressure system. This goes back, I've done high pressure pump, I've done a couple ECMs, and mainly it's a high pressure system. So let me show you over here, you guys, what I have going on. So, show Ms. Josie. So here's the scanner. This is what I already pulled up. You guys, if you got a scanner, you got live data. This is the 7 things that you want to look at. This first on the low side, you want to have 60 pounds. Right now the truck has 0 because the truck the pump shut off, but I'm good there. So you want to have 60 pounds at least on the low side. And this pressure also is another issue that won't read proper pressure, and that's when you got to go mechanical. But overall, I've never had problems with this one yet so far. So okay, the main thing, that pressure sensor, it has two readings off the same sensor, which I think is kind of crazy. There's 2 sensors built into the one sensor. So you got fuel pressure sensor 1 and fuel pressure 1 and fuel pressure sensor 2. Fuel pressure 1 voltage is always going to increase. Fuel pressure 2 sensor, which is the same sensor, it's going to decrease. Where's it at? Right here. So I'm going to show you. You want these at command desired. They should almost be identical within 500 pounds. But these 2 sensors, sensor 1 and 2, should not have no more than 100 pounds differential. Meaning, 100 pounds plus or minus. It'll pop that code right away. So here I'm going to show you some diagrams. What I did gets technical. It's not hard to replace that sensor if it is a sensor. It will take you a while to troubleshoot ohms and voltage. So take a look at these. I'm gonna just flip through them, screenshot them through your phone. Let me show them. Okay, this is just a basic diagram, just some notes. And I use Proton, man. You could use all data or whatever you have to access. So screenshot that. Here's another page. I'm gonna go just through the pages. It's just giving you what's what. So take a few, screenshot it if you need to go back. And this is how you perform this test. So what I did on mine, let me just move forward. So you could screenshot all this depending on the steps, and I'm gonna show you how to pinpoint what the issue is. That's that, and here's your wiring diagrams for the sensor, your fuel pressure sensor rail. Let me get closer because you might want to see this. So pin 3, black, green, brown, yellow, pin 4, blue, white, and brown, red. That's the 4 back at the sensor that you'll need. So screenshot this, and that's what we're talking about, P0191 fuel pressure performance. So I'm gonna do this. It'd be longer. The last part would be in Spanish. So I don't know if, let me zoom in on the pins. Oh, let me turn on the flashlight. That's on your connector side. That's if you're having electrical issues. I had to pinpoint it, but practically screenshot what you needed to see. This is for you guys that are a little more electrical side. So there you have it. So now we're gonna go to the truck. I'm gonna take the scanner with you. What to look for in it. Well, one thing, the fuel pressure sensor is not too bad. Remove your cold intake. Remove your charged cold side pipe. Goes back here underneath. To get to it, what else you gotta remove? And that's pretty much it. All this housing, remove the entire housing, charge pipe, and that's pretty much it. It's under here on your fuel rail. All right, so let's go take a look at some things. Luckily, this one is just a fuel pressure sensor. So one thing, a wide open throttle, doesn't matter what you do, whatever, pay attention to, forget the voltage. Pay attention to your PSI. On fuel pressure sensor 1 and 2, same sensor again, you do not want 100 pounds of differential here. If you have 100 pounds of differential, always refer back. On this truck, I changed out the fuel filters, drove it, rode perfect. I thought I resolved the issue. Fuel filter, I say fuel filters, it's a RAM or power stroke. I changed out the fuel filter. The problem got corrected. I was fixing to call a client, hey man, your truck's ready, so forth. Just before I pull it to the shop, boom, reduce engine power. So now I started working back on those sheets that I showed you guys. You got to screenshot them. Go back, line it. It pretty much walks you through it. Back probing, resistance and voltage to grounds. That way you can at least pinpoint your ECM, or if it's your wiring resistance between, the tie-in point, which that's common on Duramax, is the wiring shitty in these trucks. So that's pretty much it, you guys. So if you have 200 to 300 pound differential on your fuel pressure sensors, boom, you got an issue. Power, engine reduce, whatever, lit mode. This one replaced my fuel filters, thought I fixed it, replaced the high pressure sensor, and luckily it wasn't anything more major. So if you guys ever need anything, comments, hit me up, and I could walk you through. If you guys have questions on the diagrams on what to do for resistance and grounds and pins, because there's very little information yet on these L5Ps. You kind of have to really do some research. So man, I'm switching over to Spanish, so you guys stay blessed. Aquí sí, mi raza. Bueno, aquí tengo una L5P. Les estoy explicando qué hay que hacer. Ahorita les expliqué, les enseñé los diagramas ya para aquellos que saben un poquito más. Lo bueno que en esta fue nomás el sensor del riel que está ahí del lado del pasajero. No es mucho rollo para llegarle. Cambiar el sensor. Tengan cuidado cuando miren los diagramas. Fíjense que no diferencie las presiones entre el sensor 1 y el 2 por más de 100 libras. So, si a una diferencia de 100 libras o voltaje, tienes un problema en el cableado, ya sea la computadora, que he hecho unas cuantas computadoras, varios sensores, filtros de diésel, siempre con lo más básico que viene siendo el filtro de diésel. En esta pensé que era, pero no era el problema. Revisé todo el cableado, todo para averiguar que el sensor estaba malo. So, bueno, eso es todo. Si ustedes tienen unas preguntas, hay muy poca información ahorita todavía en estas 2017 Chevys para arriba, GMCs, pero es todo. Muchas gracias a todos, seguidores que me apoyan o muchas preguntas trato de contestar, es que hay demasiadas, pero bueno, voy a tratar de hacer más videos, no es que he estado muy ocupado Igualmente, disculpen todo. Aquí estoy para ayudarles. Si no tienen una pregunta, aquí les voy a dar si es que puedo, tiempo y todo lo más. Pero ojalá esto les ayude. Que tengan buen día.